He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you up, the cut of your cloth, the weight of your bag. A moment passes. Then a smile creases his face, a smile carefully constructed to look friendly and authentic, a smile that doesn't reach his eyes.
Greetings, my lord. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world? You're in the right place. Beers are ordered at the bar, but can I interest you in a nourishing bowl of stew? A bold choice, on the face of it, unless you're looking for something a little more tantalising than a meaty stew and a mildly alcoholic brew.
He raises an eyebrow and gives you a sly look. He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses.
I'm sorry, I mistook you for a different kind of person. My mistake. I shall return to serving the other customers, and I wish you a good, if boring, appetite. I'm sorry, it's not about the money. Really, you insult me now.
A smile spreads across his face. He holds out his hand.
Now we're speaking the same language. So, let me ask you this. Across the world, who is renowned above all others for their exquisite lovemaking abilities? My dear Prince, I'm sure this is true. But I believe one of your kin is even more talented than your good self. And for an insignificantly small sum, I can make the introductions.
He holds out his hand. The money vanishes into his apron.
Now, let me ask you this. What flavour of stew do you prefer? Do you like the strong and meaty variety? Or do you prefer it delicate and fragrant, if you get my meaning? Upstairs, on the second floor. His name is Zarat. Pleasure is his business. Enjoy the experience of a lifetime.
He gives you a mischievous grin, then dips his head in salute and turns away.
Wonder and wonder, seeking signs from the gods.
Keep your eyes peeled for a dream. Ramos the Wanderer promised he'd lead you.
Hold it. Papa no, you no go. Didn't hear me the first time, eh? That'll be a hard no, dear. Yeah? I'd get used to it if I were you. Nobody'll be sucking your fingers clean round here. Hold it. Papa no, you no go. None of your beeswax, unless you got a reason to be here.
He squints at you in the gloom. Then his eyes widen and he takes a stumbling half-step backwards.
Well, I'll be thrice cussed to the void, if I'd been mezd. I saw them collar you good, boy. Didn't think we'd hear you growling round here again. Down you go. But no shenanigans, mind. I hear of any more incidents down there, I'll shave your damn wolf bald myself.
I need to dig here.
Look at that. A fresh face. Shrewd and sophisticated. Like any true peasant.
Great Prince, your Majesty, you live.
So much have I prayed to seven blessed Solsticer that she would keep you safe. Only to relieve my troubled mind, I assure you, of its manifold burdens. Many long hours I have passed here, waiting for your royal self to break through the smoke. I must speak with you, Red Prince. I must speak with you of Bramos the Wanderer. Indeed, great Prince, but...
He looks around the hazy room with hasted eyes.
The House of Shadows stirs. Seven curse them for their insolence. The Honorable Bramos, too, sensed them closing in. He had no choice but to flee from Driftwood. A little ways east he went, in search of safety, to an encampment of paladins. You will find him there, Majesty. And with that, I have told my tale. Prince of Princes, I am humbled and grateful.
He bows deeply.
What do you want? Boss is busy. Good. Boss could use some good news. Listen up. Don't waste his time. I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This...
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anhar? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper. Bart, Cade, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to...
And you better have a damn good reason for coming in. Brave lad, all sitting here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me. You came into my house, bub, not the other way around.
He winces loudly and holds a hand to the bandage on his side. The large red spot in its center has grown larger and wetter.
The best of the best. Taught her myself. Under the third ribbon out again, just like that. Lucky for me, she caught an old wound. Scar slowed down the knife. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy? I've got people. They've got people. People talk. The Magisters never shut up long enough to listen. But me? Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Seaver's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all? That's so.
He leans back and narrows his eyes, looking you up and down.
You know, the order's been going on about Godwoken for an eon now. Voidwoken's still lurking, though. And they're still hauling folks off to the Joy. So if you are who you say you are, what's the point of you? Let me guess. Seaver sent you off looking for sorcerers. I could help you. But last I heard you was working for the Magisters. Big shots at the boats. Now, why in the name? What a load of shite. Seaver's got an eye for talent, though. Maybe there's something to you. I reckon I could help you out. Depending on what you can do for me. Everything costs something round here. Good. Listen up then.
He gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him. See if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy. That'd be up to him, wouldn't it? No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own. Well, like I said, Maldus is a special guy. A sorcerer, matter of fact. Maybe even one of the ones Seaver's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
What's got into you? We ain't gonna keep you very much longer.
Down for a little scuffling and tussling. Let's see if you got some fight in you.
Win, my friends, for Alexander the Innocent.
What on earth is that noise?
That would be my stomach, my lord. Perhaps I could go downstairs for a bit of stew?
As you approach the silken-robed noble, Ifan does a double-take and laughs in recognition. He pulls you to one side.
I know this man, and he's not at all what he seems. A moment.
Ifan bounds forward and embraces the man, all effusive greetings. As they part, talking animatedly, the man's beard slips sideways down his face. He's wearing a disguise. Ifan laughs as he straightens the beard. They chatter away for some time, using a guttural cant you struggle to understand. At one point, the man says something and looks over at you intently. Ifan waves his hand and laughs. The man hunkers down and seems to be sketching a rough map on the floor, using an apple, some playing cards, and a fistful of threads pulled up from the carpet. Ifan claps the man on the back.
Well, now we know the way to the sawmill. And we know Roost thinks I'm bringing you there as part of the Godwoken contract. Roost's camped out at the sawmill.
Here now. When one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, I see. Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir? I've no idea what you're talking about. Now, will you be leaving my room under your own power, or will I have to whistle up my guards?
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot. And I'm saying, trust me, I can see a solution from my point. And you can't be too careful, you know? If I can get Alexander.
What about that? What is raining?
No harm done, I suppose. Though why I pay good money for these so-called bodyguards is another question entirely. Still, I may as well introduce myself. Baron Levere, at your service. I'm a wealthy man, and wealthy men need protection, especially if they accompany their wealth. The merchant's burden, you see. He must escort his merchandise, always.
A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns towards you. He fixes you with a sultry look, and when he speaks, it's like listening to honeyed ground.
As it's always been.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for what?
He gives you his mischievous grin.
I did promise you the experience of a lifetime. That's the spirit.
He bows his head in salute and gets back to work.
My sorcerers are most vile.
big enough.
The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might... She calmly opens her left eye, then her right.
What do you want?
The dwarf unfolds her arms and
Right, lizard? Right, glad Lohar ain't left to see to wither. Those brutes are taking their sweet time down there. I gotta send word soon. Get to it then. But tell the lunkheads that Glenn has sent you before they bash your brains in.
I found something.
We'd have more luck asking Dugan to open it for us than for it to budge by our own hands.
There we go. Door's opening.
By Duna's dagger, Crimson Dragon. You here to free us or kill us?
the male dwarf expels 2 lungfuls of air and glances happily at his companion.
We've only been fretting here for a few hours, but it's felt like days. That snot-nosed priest's as slippery as a snake in a Nile drum.
Ain't found nothing that lets on what Modus is up to. Only thing we managed were to close that door and get us stuck. And if there's another door out there, never could find it.
Lohar ain't gonna be pleased.
Ain't no telling where that priest has gone to. Started acting all funny not so long ago, then flew the coop. Well, at first, he was just buddying around with Lohar and the rest, you know. But then he'd start looking out, and some stranger tried taking old Lohar down, but got himself caught and tied up. Ain't no coincidence Modus went hanging around then.
She taps a finger against her forehead.
A woman knows things. Best we head off then.
If I can get stuck, then I can get unstuck.
Lohar will want to know of this.
Sorcerers, a most violent You want an engraved invitation every time? You know the way in.
you can handle this.
Better get out there before Mordus makes it all the way past Arx. I asked you for a man, not a note.
He takes the letter from your hands and reads it quickly, face hardening with anger as he reaches the end.
Bloody goddamn spit-sucking weasel! This is bad. Not just for me and mine. Not just for you and yours. This is bad. For everyone. Hell if I know, but it don't sound good. Seems as though Mordus wasn't mine after all. Trouble is, I don't know whose he is. Of course. That's why I haven't heard from the cave. Sabotage. Listen up, I need your help. We all do. Mordus has his hands on something dangerous. Something I was trying to protect us from. Not just my folks. The whole damn realm. You made it out of full joy. You've been rubbing shoulders with Magisters and lived to tell the tale. Hell, you've even survived me so far. I reckon you're our best bet. I'll start at the beginning. Me and mine, we move classified cargo. Take it right off Magister ships and put it into the hands of those that will use it rightly. Trouble is, we came across something no one ought to have. Not the Magisters, not my folks, not the gods themselves. I ordered it to be destroyed. I guess Mordus, whoever he's working for, wants it for themselves. That can't happen. The less you know, the better. Trust me. Stop Mordus and I'll take care of the rest. My people had an operation up in the caves outside town. Good access to red ships and plenty of privacy. I haven't heard from them in a couple of days now. I thought maybe we'd lost the messengers to Voidwoken in the hills, but now I think it's worse than I thought. I bet my lucky left foot Mordus is in the cave. You gotta get to him before he gets his hands on that cargo. Pray to whoever you pray to that it ain't too late. Finally, someone with a little sense around here. Give me your map. I'll show you where we were operating, where I think Mordus will be. I don't want to know what'll happen if he gets what he's after.
Last much longer.
Interrupted my newest masterpiece!
The bard clears his throat and gargles on his own saliva. He then returns to his poem, but his voice cracks mid-verse.
Well, never you mind. Every sonnet I compose is a masterpiece, and my muse has been begging, wait, you might be just the stimulus I needed. I shall craft a rhyme for you and your race. Well, my friend, if you tire of the current recitation, my talents await you.